change your mind.
You require my assistance? We're gonna be rich.
I have no time for games.
Inferno!
Hello and welcome everybody to Tavern Talk. We got a full cast tonight. I'm joined by the usual suspects. We got Desharmo, we got Mako, we got Turd, and then of course our special guest tonight is Rhat. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
What's up?
Hello, guys.
All right, so we're doing things a little bit differently today. Rhat has a cutoff at 9 p.m. Eastern, so he has his other podcast that he cares about a little bit more than this. Whatever. That's fine.
Not more, differently.
Cares about it differently.
They're special in their own ways.
So he has to dip then. So we're doing our questions in between. We're going to try to have him on for the whole show, but if he does have to leave before the Week 6 review, we just want to make sure that all your questions get answered before that. So, yeah, without further ado, I guess you guys want to jump right into the tiers that Rhat made for us?
Oopsie doopsie.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I'm ready.
yeah.
Also, Desharmo has done something a little bit spicy tonight that I think he's still working on a little bit, but you might see our
Yes.
faces a little bit more today. So
Just not
if
on
you
this
like
one.
it, if you like it, that's great. If you don't, well, too bad.
I can just imagine the people right now. I don't want to see your faces anymore.
Can't even see
Yeah,
them.
they might have enough of us, but everyone's already complaining about Mako chin cam. So
What? I don't. I'm doing my hero match at the
He's
same
still
time
in a
as we're
match,
doing this
yeah.
right now.
we are
Yeah.
known here for multitasking while being on stream. We've had Turd play WoW.
What?
We've had.
I have it open right now. I'm not playing.
Okay. All right. Well,
I don't
we
know
do
how
wanna-
to adjust this fucking camera, so
You're getting
you can
chin
get
cam.
you
It's
can get
fine.
chest cam. I'll just cut the eyes off.
But yeah, we do want to move a
Just
little bit
gonna-
quickly today, just so we get to those questions. So let's take a look at this tier list. You want to explain to us maybe your reasoning here, Rhat?
Well, first of all, I want to make sure that I'm clear. As commissioner, I think all teams are great and are created equal.
Uh-huh.
God.
But if we had
Boo.
to put teams in order, if we had to do that,
Mhm.
then what I would do if I were me is I would sort all the teams by points, and then I would make personal adjustments based on the AOP, which is a new metric that I'm sure you all have talked
AOP.
about.
Yeah.
But
no
for
one
those
can
unaware,
stop
it's
talking about AOP.
adjusted opponent points earned, AOP, and it's basically an approximate measure of how good the teams you have played against have done against other teams. So if it's a really high number, that means they've gotten a lot of points against people that aren't you. And if it's a low number, they haven't gotten a lot of points. It's basically a strength of schedule mechanic built on what Quirky Turtle did the last time.
Nope.
Mhm.
And I made a couple adjustments here, but it's mostly the standings in order, except for I think the biggest change I made was the round table. I ranked them pretty high. They have had an incredibly difficult schedule this season. Right? I think they have actually the most difficult currently. Their opponents have earned a collective 309 points, which is pretty ridiculous. The only other team that's really in that ballpark is the Misfits, who are currently 0-5 in the Red Conference. So
Hmm.
Props, Misfits. You're doing okay. I had you at the top of the F tier.
The, t- the top of the F tier.
Yes, we press F to pay respects to the Misfits. And otherwise, I think this is pretty much in order. I do think a Noyo team has had a fairly difficult schedule. 299 points earned by their opponents. And Vandergrift Esports, I know they have had kind of a rough go of it so far this season, but also their opponents have done well. 303 points earned by their opposing teams. That's one of the highest that we have in the league format series. So I think it's kind of interesting to see how this could shake out with a few more weeks left in the season. We're in 6 right now. We've got week 7 left, and then week 8, the cross-conference standing showdown is coming,
Oh yeah, get
and
excited.
maybe that will shake things up.
Awesome. Well, let's ask our panelists here. What do you guys think of this this tier list? Anything stand out to you? Something you disagree with? Something you want to mention? Maybe. Anyone have any qualms here?
The only thing that came to my mind was I thought, and maybe it's just the how the guests have ranked people, but they had put Roundtable pretty high for most of the weeks, unless something changed last week. They'd been, I think, S, A, and B pretty much all season. I don't know if that's. We'll have to go back to the tape to figure out if that's 100% true, but that was something I thought was pretty commonly good. But who knows?
Yeah. No, I think most people have been ranking them pretty high. I think there were a couple that had them a little bit lower, maybe base it more on their points rather than their schedule. And I think there's that's reasonable as well. I think they have had a tough schedule, like you said, and still putting up points against those tough teams, but just not getting maybe as many wins, and that kind of adds up. They're still number 2 in the Gold Conference, so
Yeah.
can't argue with that either.
Yeah, they're
But-
high up there, but Taplast has a full week win over them, as well as 9 more points. So I think it'd be justifiable to put TL above them. I just looked at the strength of schedule, and Taplast has had a little bit of an easier go at it. And so I felt like it was justifiable to put the round table in 3rd overall, even though it's very close in that top 4. We've got some really strong teams up there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
we literally played the F tier teams week 1 and week 2, so I can see where that is. I'm on
Yeah.
Taplast for the record, so in case
Yes.
It's as a 4 seed.
Yes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. We were talking about this before the show. Turd, I guess, came to the realization of the thing that we've been saying for the whole season, and I think
like a
even last
mantra.
season,
Yeah.
it's like the Descharmo in the 4 is insane. Descharmo in the 4 is insane. That's just how I center myself. It's just my zen right there. Descharmo in the 4.
Your
Descharmo.
pre-show mantra.
Yeah. So Turd has caught on finally. He's been on the show many weeks, and he got there
I'm getting
today.
it.
So
I'm
so
getting
he's
it,
getting
guys.
it. He's getting it. He's not fully in his World of Warcraft today, so we're happy to have him. And
I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone too, for the record. This new, love the new expansion, or not the expansion, but the new patch that just
the
came
new
out.
old patch, yes.
Yeah, it's new to me.
the
All
old,
right.
the old stuff that's back again. I've been enjoying it as well. I think it's definitely shaking things up. But yeah, if we have no other comments here on the tier list, let's hop right into last week review.
All right.
Moving right along.
Which one are we doing first? We're doing the Wet
Gold
Boys.
Conference. Yeah, Wet Boys versus the Stubs. Match number 1.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. So yeah, big win for the Wet Boys here. 4-1 and maintaining that 5-0 record for their total wins. But first loss here for Dervis in Legacy, I believe. I also think he had his
That's
first
big.
loss in Pro. So very, kudos to Comp there. I think Comp's been having a really great season. I think he started in the 3 and is now taking on the 2. So and taking on a big 2. Someone that could be a 1 on any team, and taking them down 3-0. That's huge. I think that's the one that stands out the most to me. Quirky Turtle over Shunsui, I think also to me. I mean she's been crushing it against opponents that I think are, in my opinion, at least have had more years of practice. I think she just started playing like 6 months ago or something. So that's awesome that she's getting these wins against these really good players.
I'd like to point out, like, that I said she was going to win last week, and nobody else believed in her, not even herself, and not even you. And
That was 2
Christ.
weeks ago. That was two
Yeah,
weeks
2
ago. We
weeks
didn't have a
ago.
show last week.
So I just
So
want to point
she's
that
won
out.
2 in a row. She's won
Yes.
2 in a row that were, I think, very difficult matchups. So that's very awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, you guys can see we're stacked up like a totem pole here.
Yeah.
With our hat at the very bottom. He's our foundation.
Well,
That's what
I'm just gonna let you
like.
guys
That's
know.
one way to
Nice
look at
spin.
it.
One of the
Thank you.
Nice spin. I appreciate that.
one of the slides won't have the cams. I didn't have enough time to put it in there. So, but most
Aw.
of them will have it though.
But
No,
yeah,
this
so
is good. I like this.
something we're working on. But definitely keep an eye out. We're gonna keep doing this. I think it's a lot of fun. You guys get to see us throughout the show. I can't lay back and relax as much now though. So, whatever. Give take. I gotta be on all the time. I can't just like, ugh. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything else stand out to you guys here besides what I mentioned?
I mean, we talked about Derivis getting one of his first
Yeah.
losses, right? So that's
Yeah.
and
That's
a
the
3-0
biggest
loss
thing, in my
too.
opinion.
3-0
Yeah.
is what really surprises me. But I mean, I know Derivis has been busy with other things too. So
Mhm.
I think that gets overlooked sometimes in the THL. Is you see like someone like of lower seed or lower score come in and win or over a larger seed, but maybe that larger seed had something that they couldn't get rid of.
Yeah. No,
I
absolutely.
mean, but that's not just Derivis losing. That is the triumphant return of Comp to THL. Who do you all know how old school Comp is? Do you all
I
know?
don't.
He's
old
played
school is
7
he?
seasons of THL.
Dang.
It's like he was a team captain in season 4 of Defias Brotherhood, one of the oldest school teams there was, a rival of the Pod People for a long time, from season 4 to season 10. And he left THL for a bit to work in this game. It's called Fortnite. And
Oh.
Never heard of it. I
and
heard that game died.
Yeah, I think
So-
it ended, right?
okay, the game died, and then he beat Derivis.
Oh.
I'm not saying that correlation implies causation. I'm saying Fortnite died and then Derivis died too at Comp's hands. You go ahead and make your own conclusions.
Yeah,
But yeah,
absolutely.
Comp's been around forever.
And
great to
coming
see him
back
back.
strong, 5-0. That's no joke. Any other thoughts? Anybody? DeCharmo, Turd, Marco.
No.
I think we talked about the main points. I think we're
Yep.
good.
Awesome. All right, let's jump to the next match. The second match in the Gold Conference we have for you is Table versus Prep. Is for Rogues, not Pilots. All right. Any thoughts here, guys? Let's start with DeCharmo. What do you think?
Oh, you catch me in the middle of trying to fix slops. Thanks.
Okay.
No, we're
let's
good.
skip
I'm good.
DeCharmo.
No, we're good. We're good. I'm teasing you.
He's not teasing you.
No, I mean, I think all of these wins were every win. It was a win that I think was viable. I don't think there's any
Mhm.
surprises here in terms of the wins. Prep is a good team.
Yeah.
They all won their matches. So I don't see any surprise here from any of these wins.
Yeah, Fuel
What about
getting his
Fuel?
first win.
Yeah.
That's I think that's a big. I mean, he's been doing well in other series, I believe, but for some reason, Legacy this series, a little bit of the struggle. Getting his first win, maybe he's going to be able to turn the rest of the season around, and against a really good player in Lotus Knight. So
Yeah, against Lotus Knight, yeah.
definitely, I think that's a good win. Also, something that stands out to me here is the round table went all Shaman bands, and I think that's very popular right now, but didn't work out so well for them. Whereas on the other side, we saw only one Shaman band, and the rest were Warrior bands. So interesting. Maybe there's some strategy there, obviously with Warlock and Rogue and things like that on the side of Prep. Maybe they were ready for that Shaman. Yeah, I mean, anything else stand out to you guys here?
Shout out to Icon who's in chat and getting a win.
Yeah,
Battle
we
out
weren't
to
here to curse him or bet against him or whatever. So still managed, even without that extra juice from us saying he's going to lose, he still managed to win. So proud of you there, man.
God.
And 4-1 on the season. That's awesome. That's great, man. Great season for you.
We
keep it
haven't
up.
cursed him nearly enough, apparently.
Yeah, we'll see if we can do that today. I don't know if we have his match lined up, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do for you, buddy.
We'll try.
We'll try.
Uh,
Awesome. Any other thoughts before we jump to the next match? All right. Yeah, sorry. We're gonna try to breeze through these. We didn't do predictions because we were off last week, so can't
Yeah,
really
that
look at
was-
those. Yeah, we don't have them. We didn't do them, so um, I really do like going over those. In the future, we will. This week we didn't have any, so
I even figured out how to do it, and I was about to do it, and I was like, oh, we didn't do
Yeah.
anything last week.
yeah. All right. So the next match we have from last week that we want to review is in the Red Conference, the first match of the Red Conference, Tap Last versus Anoyo team. So this is your team, Desharmo.
And Desharmo is indeed in the 4 seed.
Mhm.
Desharmo in the 4 is insane.
And I lost my match too. But I'm gonna say something here though. There's some
Say it.
really insane 4 seeds.
Yes.
I know you guys don't know Dano. I know him. In fact, I know the entire Anoyo team. I was almost on this team. This is
This is just Hero Power Rangers,
yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
Hero Power Rangers 2.0. In fact, all of these players came from the Dills Hearthstone L word that we don't say here on this.
It was a league at the time, so you can call it what
Yeah.
it was. It just
Yeah.
as of right now, if the DHL were to exist now, it would be a league format series.
Yeah. And so these guys are a part of the DHL, the Dills Hearthstone League. And Knowltown won. He beat me in the finals. I played a mage, and he also was in the finals. Dano has been playing in that league for forever, and him as a 4 seed is ridiculous. Like he's could have won the league. So I wasn't sad to lose to him, and he planned to beat he planned to target Priest. So, and that's exactly what he did, and he beat me. He beat my Priest 3 times. That's exactly how I lost.
All right, giving away some strategies against your opponents that beat you. No, yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that.
Ooh,
Other
I'm
than
sorry.
that,
Was I
yeah,
not supposed to do that?
you're fine. I'm just
Okay.
messing with you,
All right.
man.
You're getting me scared here. Like I just my new
Yeah, let me-
position and everything, and now you're like
You're
It's
new.
fine.
you're like
Yeah,
We're
this is
gonna
a
talk
fired.
about the we're gonna talk about the impeachment trial later in the
Yeah, I
week.
know,
so don't
right?
worry about it.
Yeah, this is a board
Oh my
stream
God.
now. They've taken over. 3 board
know.
members. They outnumber us, turd. We got to do something about it.
Is Mako? Oh, yeah. Oh, man. This
Yeah.
is so many board members.
We got more than
We
half.
could yeah, you have more than half. You could actually come to a vote on this stream right now, and the majority would win if you guys all agree unanimously.
You can
Um,
agree unanimously.
I vote against doing that.
okay, what do you guys think about that? Do you vote against doing that, Desharmo?
You got to repeat that again. I was just telling my son he was making too much
Do you
noise.
vote against doing a vote on the stream?
Yeah, I vote against it. If our hat votes against it, I do too.
Okay. Whoa. Okay.
Suck
So,
up.
wait a second here. I don't know. I think you should have
Start
your
the
own
impeachment.
independent. Wait a second.
I
don't
didn't
even-
tell him to say that, but I appreciate his support. Wink.
Uh-huh. All right. We're gonna move on from that now. Anything else stand out for you guys here? I see a big absence of Warrior. I think that's been the trend a little bit since the new cards came in. There are still Warrior decks that are viable, and Warrior's still powerful, but I think people are trying out some new stuff, and a lot of Mage on the side of Tap Last as well, and all 3 of them getting wins. So pretty cool. I wonder if they went Flame Waker or Highlander or what sort of builds they went, but. Anything else stand out to you guys here?
I'm just gonna say expect a Noyo team to be in the playoffs. They're a really good team.
Wow.
Yeah, they're in the they're in the 4th position right now. So it's if it stopped today, they would be in the playoffs. So
Yeah, and I think they are ahead by 11 points right now to the 5th place team. So quite a lead. It does seem like there is a little bit of disparity there in the top 4 compared to the bottom 4, or the bottom 3 there. So definitely a big contender. And I think you're right. I think they will make it. Still a couple more weeks to go though. Anything else from you guys, or jump to the next match?
My hero match is over, so I can officially contribute.
Oh, perfect. That's what I like
We're
to
just
hear.
we're gonna pretend like I didn't forget that this started at 8 o'clock and didn't think it started at 9 o'clock.
I feel like you ask me that almost every week.
Every single week. Hey, what time does it start? Is it 8
What
or
time
9?
do we
Yeah,
start? The
you're
same
right. It's
time as every
single week.
The same time as every week, buddy.
I think it's because I want it to be at 9 o'clock, so I just keep hoping that you're gonna say 9, but you never.
Oh, that I'll just be confused and
Yeah,
just
you're like, 9 o'clock this week. I'll be like, sweet.
Hey, Mako,
Got her.
I paste a link in the chat for you. It's calendar.google.com. It's often really helpful for if the same thing happens every
Thanks.
week, it'll
Okay.
tell you.
Thanks,
Uh,
thanks, thanks.
Do we have a bot or something? I think we have to time him out. You're not supposed to post links in the chat here without
I have a
permission.
sword. Back the
please.
fuck up.
Anyway,
I did feel like bringing it up too because I saw the schedule and I was like, wait, that's Tavern Talk time. Aren't you doing it
that's
this week?
Tavern Talk time.
Yeah, thanks for saying something when I posted it.
You
I
should
didn't
have.
want
That wouldn't have helped at all.
You didn't want to throw him off.
No,
I thought
not
I
at
had
all.
You're not gonna
time wrong.
disrespect a board member like that. Come on.
Oh, you want to know what's better? My opponent wanted to do 7, but I was like, nah, let's do 7:30.
I mean, you're actively trying. You're just trying to force my hand and make it 9 o'clock. One of these days, it's just gonna be me and you.
One of
and you're
these
gonna be like,
days.
you're gonna be like, I have to. It has to be 9. It has to be 9 this week.
I would love it to
Exactly.
be 9, to be honest.
Nice
with you,
even
but,
number.
All right, maybe we can take a poll. It sounds like we've already got 2 board members in favor, so maybe this is just gonna happen. Out of control, out of my control. Let's jump to the next match then, so we can keep moving here. We have the second match in the Red Conference from last week that we're reviewing is Hearthstone and Chill versus Serenite Pain Gang. So 2 1-4 teams. Well, now after this win, I think this is the first win for Hearthstone and Chill. I think both teams look like really solid teams, but just not having that season this year so far. I mean, Serenite Pain Gang, I had it like I think this is my 4 seed or something like that in my predictions at the beginning of the season, and I still think they have the potential, but just not cutting it this year so far, this season, and Hearthstone and Chill as well. They started to get their wins though. I think up until last week or 2 weeks ago, it was Catman with the only wins on the team. So they've been able to sort of turn things around a little bit. Maybe they can keep it up and get some more points. Anything stand out for you guys here though?
Darkseed getting 3-0'd stands out for me. Big win
Yeah.
by it's me, and I played him this week too, and he's actually pretty good. Like
I played him in Hero last week.
So
Mhm.
I mean, I know he's 1-5 now. I mean, this was his first win, I think. And he played me this week. He almost beat me. So
Yeah, no, I definitely I think he's a good player. And I don't think his PR really reflects, I think, his ability. I think he could definitely get there. I think maybe the format is not what he's used to. But definitely getting used to it and getting his first win, maybe that'll give him the momentum to continue that. Other than that, Cole's using
Is that Pond in the 3 seed?
Yeah, Pond in the 3 is pretty
Isn't that-
crazy.
Isn't that ridiculous? Like,
Should be illegal.
Should be illegal. Not having the season though to reflect that. I think something I talked to Pond about this. He's on my pro team, and I think he really has, really embodied the spirit of Hearthstone and Chill. This is his just hang out, just play some games. There's not too much prep going on that, at least for him on that side. For him, it's strictly we're just having fun. We're playing decks we like, and focus sort of his attention as far as prepping and figuring that stuff out in pro and other series. So I think he's a really, really great player. Not too surprised that the results aren't reflective of his ability, just because, like I said, the prep maybe isn't as much as he normally is. Like when he's on a team with Smear, they're prepping like nonstop. But on this team, it's Hearthstone and Chill.
Yeah, I think the whole SPG narrative from going from finals to 1-4 is very interesting.
Yeah, I agree
It's the
100%.
exact same roster too, so it just makes you wonder, like, was it the meta? Was it the opponents? Was it just like the motivation at the time? What kind of happened?
I think it's a combination. I think a big factor for me, just looking straight at this right now, is Freeloader. Really great player, but I think he's just been busy with life, real life stuff. Had a baby at the end of last season. Like, I think he hasn't been 100% focused on Hearthstone. I haven't really seen him on too much. So I think some people or some players like him maybe are kind of, this is their Hearthstone for the week, is just playing their matches, and so they aren't getting those reps. They aren't playing the decks as much. So that 1-3 start for him
Just reps.
maybe reflective of that a little bit.
I love how you just called it reps.
Yeah, you got to have some reps with the decks, man.
Bumps my
Just ask yourself, what would Lawful Dog do?
Yeah, you got to do some reps.
Get swole on some Hearthstone.
PR your decks, man.
Yeah. You do about 250 pounds of dex right in his
Yeah.
biceps.
You got to take yourself from a little desert hare all the way up to a Mogu flesh shaper. That's what you got to do.
That's what you got to do. Evolve into an 8-drop, not a 4-drop, guys.
Goals.
Yeah, I think that's it for me as far as thoughts on this match. What do you guys think? Cool. All right. So our
Sorry, I gotta shout out my boy Catman. He's on my Pro Series team, so
Mhm.
5-0 in Legacy. Just a really good player. I'm
Yeah,
glad to have him on
crushing
my
it.
Legacy. I'm on my Pro Series team.
Didn't Catman just last season have like a really, really, really bad season and drop down to like the 3rd seed or something, and then just turn it around this
That
season?
does sound right. That sounds
Because he was
right.
1 seed. He was
I
1
think for
seed, and then
birds
he
or
like
burbs or one of the
yeah,
burbs.
and then he dropped really far because we were like, that's odd.
Yeah, and bringing it back this season. So good to see that. Love the comeback story. But yeah, let's jump to our final match of the review here, the cross conference match.
This one won't have our cams on it, so for next week I will have them up there. But
Nice.
so this one won't have it. So
Special.
apologize, everybody.
No worries. I can take a break now. I can, stop sucking in the gut or whatever.
Drink an adult beverage.
Drink an adult beverage. So yeah, we have Dirty Mike and the Boys versus Pod People. I will say the Gold Conference is killing it in these cross conferences so far. Despite I think the Red Conference having bigger point totals currently for the top teams, it does seem like when we go to the cross conference, it's just not going the way of the Red Conference. So currently it's 1-4 with Gold in the lead as far as cross conference wins.
I mean, all that says to me is that the Reds conference is just more like spread out when it comes to like
Yeah.
competitive versus non-competitive teams. If you have like it happened last year
Mhm.
too with one conference versus the other, because I think it was Red last year was very
Yeah.
very very close, and then Gold was just being dominated by like 2 or 3 teams, so the other
Yeah.
ones just weren't being very competitive, and it's just happening again, except for it's just swapped between colors.
Hmm. I also think there might be some part of the matchups because they are random who you're playing against it, and I think I look at some of the matchups and it's most of them have been either even as far as like where I put teams in standings or favored for Gold in just who they're matched up against. But maybe that's also in part sort of what you were saying, that's just you have like the top teams and then less strong teams in the red and then just
Yeah.
more even in the gold.
Yeah, I mean, this matchup, like before this matchup was played, it
Yeah.
wasn't very even, right?
Yeah, I would
it was
say
what?
Yeah, it
Uh,
was 74 to 73. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
this is after the match has
this
been
is
played.
after. It would, if anything, the Dirty Mike and Boys were favored here.
Yeah, because it was
based
a
on points
3-1
ahead of
versus a
time.
2-2 team.
Yeah.
It's so the cameras aren't on for the listeners at home, so this is just for you casters. That was some dirt off my shoulder.
Dude,
But
man.
I want you to
yeah,
say,
I mean,
what do you got to say about this one?
I'm gonna say that Dirty Mike and the Boys is one of my favorite teams in the history of THL. Big props to those guys. I'm a simple man. I see a Dirty Mike emote, I click it. That's what I do.
Mhm.
And Lefty in particular, one of my favorite people in THL. But Tony Montana and I have played. This match made me want to go back and build a tool where you can see how many times you played against specific players.
Mhm.
I must have played against this guy 5, 6, or like somewhere at least 5 or 6 times since season 4 when I joined THL. He's been around the whole time. He knows Orochio personally. Like I love these when you have these old timer matches, and it's gonna be fun no matter what. I always have great matches against Tony. He always brings something that surprises me, and I'm not gonna spoil it, unlike someone on the show, Disarmo. Um,
Wait,
and
something caught in your throat there? What was that?
I did. It was a board member. And also want to give big props to our sub player in the 3 seed, William Snyder. He goes by Bill. Coming in with that clean sweep all the way over from the tap last territory. Big
Yep.
fan of Bill Snyder. Things really went our way. I do think this matchup was really close on paper, and especially Lefty in the 4 seed. Shiny Pants has actually been killing it this season. Is one of the better 4 seeds. We picked him up in week 3, and he's 2-1 for us so far. And Dyrus Bear, he never loses easy. And he's the number 3 5 seed right now overall in terms of win rate, in terms of games. Now there is a DQ win there, but 2 and 3 is the best loss. And if you're going to lose, make it the best loss. So it was a very, very important week for us. And I think that strategy worked out for us, but also we were fortunate because Dirty Mike is a hell of a team.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself. I probably wouldn't have known as much either. So definitely, I think it surprises me that it was so seemingly one-sided. But I think a lot of times the numbers are hiding a greater story than that. So yeah, I mean, kudos to your team, and I think good win for you guys to continue to be competitive. I think those 18 points probably really helped you guys push your way up to the standings there to go maybe for a playoff run, right?
It kept us in the conversation. Our team is historically right around the 50% win rate, and we usually have a surge either the beginning of the season or the end of the season. I'm hoping this one is the end. We'll see what happens, but we're staying in the conversation, and this is the first major roster change we've had in our team for a bunch of seasons now. We've rotated our 4 seed a few times, but we changed out our 3 and our 4. Zeroshio and Dyrus Bear have been with me since season 5, so they've been around for a while, but Wicked Good in the 3, who got subbed out this week, and Shiny Pants in the 4. Those are newer additions to the team, and they've been working out well so far, but also Wicked Good new to THL, period. And Shiny Pants, I think, was around last season, but is new to our team this season. We've been very happy to have them on board. But to quote the great Steven Jacksox Taft, if you look at any match and it's 5 games, that was a coin flip away from going the other way. So this whole 5-game series, this whole 5-match series could have gone any different way, and we were just really fortunate to have some good games.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I gotta say though, Bill Snyder in the 3 seed is still pretty ridiculous too. like he's also a high 1 seed in Hero, so
It was a good get. It worked out.
it was really good.
It's a
Can't
good guess.
complain. Can't complain with that.
Oh my god.
A lot of value there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think unless anyone else has any thoughts here, we will jump right into the questions.
Oh yeah.
Back to our ugly faces. There we go.
Back to our ugly
Except
faces.
Turd Harder in that suit, man.
Hey, my
Oh,
ugly face is still up there.
But so is that suit.
Dude, that suit, man.
Yeah, it was.
Suit.
I had to do it. I had to do it.
Looking
One
good.
day out of the whole, lifetime, you got to do it.
That's
One
Turd.
day out of the whole lifetime.
That's Turd live right now. Actually, he's just sitting really still,
He's very motionless.
and he's throwing his voice, so he's got a ventriloquist thing going on.
All right. So if you have any questions, please write them in the chat. We have some that we collected over the week here on the Discord. So we're going to read over those. But if you have any others, please feel free to write them in chat, and we'll review those as well. But let's just hop right in. So first question here from Typhoon.
It's a good question.
Who's going? Yeah, I think Turd's going to like this question. Who's going to be the MVP this season, and why is it Turd Herder?
Well, that question is a pretty clear line, but also that doesn't say comp, so I'm assuming the question is incorrect.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
do you know that comp? He has played 16 games in THL this season, and he has won 15 of them.
Wow.
You know who took a game off of him?
Was it one win Mako?
Trivia.
I'm assuming
No,
it's you.
trivia. No, it was Ghost.
Oh,
It
Ghost.
was, it was on my boy Ghost. Yes.
Oh wow, very nice.
At least that's what Ghost said. It's what he randomly said one time. So I'm going off of that fact. It's gonna be a fact until someone says it's wrong.
Until
now
you
it's on
actually
video.
check
Until
the.
someone,
Isn't
someone
that
I
something
mean,
you
I
can
have the
check?
spreadsheet open literally right now.
Oh,
So
you could
You
tell
can
us
just
if he's
check.
right or wrong. Yeah.
Did he lie? Did he just lie to
Did he lie
Mako?
to our team?
let's see. Wasn't week 4. Wasn't week 3. Wasn't week 2. So he lost one game the first week against Ghosts in the 4 seed.
Ah, look at that.
Yep.
There you go.
And so Comp lost one game and said, not doing that shit again, and it's just swept all the way through.
It's
Does
probably the
that-
very first
how
game.
does it work? If you beat the MVP, does that make you the MVP? Is it like the Highlander? Is it like is it a title that
Yeah.
you know?
I learned this from a movie called Chronicles of Riddick, where you keep
Right.
what you kill. So I'm guessing, yeah, that means whoever beats Comp becomes Fortnite.
Becomes
Becomes Fortnite.
There it is. You heard it here first. If you want to become Fortnite, just beat Comp. All right. Who wants to read the next question? Are we doing a scale here, 1 to 10, or how are we feeling?
On a scale of Saw 1 to Saw Legacy, I'm like at a Saw 4.
I have no
Whoa.
idea what that means.
Like the movie Saw, like you're
Yeah.
like
That's
so.
the scale.
Okay, is Saw 4? Is that's not as scary though? Saw 1 was good, and then it just got worse. So
The first 2 were good.
Yeah.
The third one started to get a little silly, and then they started doing time travel shit. So like,
oh, I didn't
the
even know they
lowest-
did time travel. That I stopped after that.
Yeah, I think you're good. It's so I would put this right in the middle. Saw
Right in
4.
the middle.
By the
Yeah,
way,
This
I
is
just
Saw 4.
I muted my mic, so when I asked that question, nobody heard me, but you guys. So just to let everybody know.
Oh.
Everybody, why the heck
Okay,
did they
so-
answer a
so
question?
That
question-
conversation didn't sound super weird to everybody.
That question was from Lotus Knight. How scared is Rhat for his match on Sunday?
Yes.
And no, I don't just randomly talk about Saw movies. Let's move on quickly.
Really like Saw.
All right, yeah.
I
let's-
really want to talk more about this Saw movies though, since we're on that topic.
Well, if you want to talk about it for 15 more minutes, because that's how much we got. All right.
That's how much time is. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so let's do. I guess let's use a chat question real quick. This is from Zeroshko, and it is on theme for our show. Why is a hot dog a taco?
Okay. Because when you hold a sandwich, you hold it from the side, and when you hold a taco, you hold it from the bottom, and you hold a hot dog from the bottom.
What about a sub sandwich?
Oh, man,
That's also a taco.
no, no, no,
Uh-huh.
no.
Sub is also a taco.
Okay.
Every
By
day
that
we
lo-
get
by
further
that
from
logic,
God's light.
anything you hold from the bottom is a taco.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You hold.
That's a true statement.
What about I fold my pizza? Is that a taco?
It becomes a taco and you hold it from the bottom.
It's a
Gotta
flat
hold from the
piece.
back.
It's one solid piece, right? There's no topping because a
roll
taco
it.
you get a
Sauce,
you get a taco.
sauce, cheese, sometimes
people
pepperoni.
roll
Those are
it.
toppings.
Some people roll it.
It's,
Yo, folding
that's
your
a
pizza in
burrito.
half.
If you roll it, that's a burrito. It's not the same.
I just fold it. Fold it in half. Boom.
I mean,
I'm
I fold
like-
in half too. I live in New York City, but like it's but pizza can be a taco if it's a Philly taco. Do you all know what a Philly taco is? You all heard of this?
I from Philly. I know what a Philly taco is. No one here
Sounds
actually
like a
does
sex
that.
thing.
No, because if you try and put that
It's
in your body,
disgusting.
you die.
You die.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
Like-
what's a Philly taco?
So you
It's-
go on South Street.
Oh yeah.
There's a famous pizza place, and then there's a famous cheesesteak place. You take the pizza, or you take the cheesesteak and you put it in the pizza and fold it. These are giant slices of pizza.
Yeah, like big.
They're
Yeah.
they're huge. So you can do it. No one real does it, but it is a thing that people talk about. A Philly
Do you
sounds like
know
something
how
you do.
disgusting? Do you know how disgusting a thing has to be for an Eagles fan to be like, I ain't doing that?
Hey man, we are very passionate fans.
Yeah,
Some
I know
people-
you're a big
some
fan.
people
You're a big
really
fan of like
celebrate.
large Richard Nicholas.
Right. He has a very large Richard.
Yeah.
As we say. And sometimes when you win a Super Bowl, there's going to be one guy out of thousands that decides to eat some horse poop off the ground. That's just normal. I think.
Yeah,
Just
let's pretend like the Super
statistics.
Bowl is the reason why he did that, not because he's from Philly.
He was celebrating. Okay,
Yeah, this is why I love
He's
Philadelphia.
celebrating
by the
his
way.
culture.
he was celebrating. Okay, let's move on from bashing Philly because
It's-
we're the best.
Philly's great. Hold on, I lived there for a while. I went to Drexel. Philly's awesome, but like we just got to make sure we're clear on what we're getting ourselves into here.
I just
Oh,
want to
for sure. I mean, it's no Ohio or Florida. I mean, Philly's fine.
Or are
Make it
you saying
Detroit.
Ohio and Florida are better?
Ohio,
No,
Ohio
no.
and Florida are like
Those are
they're so bad.
those
They're
are
so
really
bad.
yeah. They're so bad.
No. I said it's no Ohio or Florida.
I
so
thought you were saying it in a way like, oh,
Why
no,
don't
no,
we
no, no,
keep
no,
the
no,
it's
show
no.
moving?
Okay,
Yeah,
Why
let's
don't we
move on.
slowly keep the
I've
show
been trying.
moving?
I've been trying to do this, man.
So,
Next question.
when does THL start a high stakes series? I want to know
If
what
you
he
think that
defines
friendly
high stakes.
competition, if you think that friendly competition with friends in a high stakes but casual yet competitive environment where you build lasting friendships that stand the test of time is not competitive, Volkai, then I don't know what to tell you.
Ooh.
I think he means that
Like
you're just going
money.
to play for pink slips.
Yeah, or something like that.
Like if I lose, you get my account.
I want the lease to your house. I want your I want your car. I want your That's I think
If he
that's
wants my mortgage, he can have it. It's all
your
his.
mortgage. Yeah, you can pay off my mortgage.
Especially since living in
That-
New York, you probably got a massive one.
And the way that this works in New York City is I own something called a co-op, which is like a condo, except somebody else owns it, and then I have a mortgage on shares of their mortgage. It's very complicated and stupid. So basically, I pay the bank and also pay the co-op. It's
That sounds great, man. That
It's like a
doesn't sound
condo
like a
association,
that doesn't
but
doesn't
bizarre.
sound like a scam at all.
yeah. I mean, I'm just saying I drink sometimes.
Yeah. All right. Who's asking the next question?
You know what? I haven't asked a question, so I'll go ahead and do it. What's your favorite team name and logo?
Can we get some dirty mics in the chat?
Do
I
those
think it's
dirty
just
mic
us
emotes.
watching right now. Actually, we got 4 viewers and there's 5 of us. So someone's not even opened the stream.
It's probably
One of you
DeSharmo.
guys.
It's me.
Sharp.
Well, it's because I'm
Are we-
opened it on.
Are we streaming for ourselves right now?
You know what? People maybe will watch this later. It's fine.
And funny backstory behind Dirty Mike. When Rhat wrote the guest rankings, he actually wrote Dirty Mike as the emote. So little behind
I'm
the
a simple
scenes
man.
spoiler. Yeah.
I see dirty mic. I click.
Only team he did that for. Perfect. We do have Zeratio. Hey, bud.
Zeratio.
He came back.
Zeratio.
He
Okay,
heard
so
that we were.
Zeratio's
this
my
is
guy.
The Zeratio stream. So whatever you got, man, this is for you.
I love Zeratio.
I mean,
man.
Zeratio, he's been in our team since season 5. That's what, 7 seasons. He is the bedrock of the pod people. So, power to you, Zeratio.
And he's also one of the reasons why I joined the THL.
See,
I was a viewer of his podcast. So
Very cool.
Very nice.
Very cool. All right. Next question we got is I think last time you were on the show, actually, this was brought up, but for people out there that maybe don't know, what made you choose the name Ridiculous Hat? And is there a symbol for it, or do you just say, hey, that sounds good? That was the full question.
so when I was much younger in high school, much younger, I walked into the cafeteria and there was this girl that was sitting. She was wearing this it's like Jamaican colored, but like a Dr. Seuss hat, and was kind of like tall but floppy at the same time. It was ridiculous.
The
So I
woman or the
turned to my
hat?
well, I didn't know the woman, but I know the hat, and the hat was ridiculous. So I turned to my friend, and I say, "She is so cool. She is to wear that ridiculous hat." And then I went home later that day, and I was registering for a message board, which is a thing we used to do back in the day, you damn kids. And I was like, "What name should I use?" And I was like, I said that thing earlier today. I'll just type in ridiculous hat. And that was 19 years ago, and here we are today.
Wow.
Wowza.
And now you've collected an assortment of ridiculous hats to live up to the name.
I have
As we
quite
know.
a few. Yes.
And we saw a couple, I think, last time. If you want, you can grab one now. We do have some more questions here from Itachi.
Grab one. We're selling
grab
them at
a
our merch
hat.
store.
Go grab a hat. You don't actually have to if it's too difficult. You're comfortable. You look. Oh, there he goes. He's gone.
Nice hardwood floor. Gets a good roll going.
Yeah. There we go. We got one of the hats. One of the ridiculous hats. He's the Mad Hatter. The ridiculously.
Is that more or less ridiculous than the hat that woman was wearing?
Apples and oranges.
Yeah. They're both ridiculous in their own way.
Yes, absolutely. But we do have some questions here from Itachi while you're wearing that hat. Who's the biggest legend in THL? I don't know what the quotes are implying, but answer that as best you can. Who is the biggest legend?
In terms of the people that I think would be talked about, so I don't know how old school we're going. If I asked the players that I would give as the answer to this question, they would say Verde, as one of the best freeze mage players ever, and as one of the original captains of Team Archon Storm. But I would say Mange and Sage. Those are my two answers. Mange is still talked about to this day, despite the fact he's been out of THL for quite some time. Winning as captain in THL history, he is THL's Bill Belichick. He's a Dolphins fan, so he would absolutely kill me if he heard me saying that. So I'll tell him later.
Well,
and
he was winning in something, right?
Yeah, it's the Dolphins won in 1972, and they're totally still holding on to that. And Sage, 2 championships, his first 2 seasons as captain. The creator of Sheep Chat, for better or worse, and I don't know, just kind of the HSA community has kind of spiraled out and touched a lot of different aspects of THL. So I think that both of those players really have made a name for themselves in a way that's kind of instantly recognizable.
Yeah, absolutely. And then his follow-up question, or
I like that one.
Is maybe you won't want to answer this one, but who is the most overrated player in THL?
Definitely me. 100% me. I am like a lifetime 50% player and 45% captain, and somehow I have 600 PR, so something can't be right.
It's rigged. System's rigged.
I thought you were gonna say Blue Sombrero.
No. Why would I say Blue
Sombrero?
Sombrero?
He can't say anyone but himself, okay? That's like the political answer.
I just wanted to throw shots at Blue because I play him right after this.
I mean,
you had a match before this and one that you've scheduled after as well.
Heck yeah.
So the question is, who is the best hat-based player in THL? And that's a very interesting question that I will choose not to answer at this time.
Oh wow, yeah.
Wait, how many?
There are several. There are several hat-based players.
I mean, I think just the 2. No, Top Hat Demon.
Top Hat.
Yeah, he's probably better than me. He's definitely.
Weren't you guys talking about putting together a top hat team or like just a hat team?
A hat team.
I believe that somebody said that. I didn't. I know that that MMI and Hockey Boys were trying to put together a team of people all named Ben. And it was going to be called Total Penetration, which was an unpleasant name.
Oh my god!
There you go.
Yeah, I rejected the offer.
I do not want to be penetrated. That's all I can say.
I respectfully declined.
That's like something my kids would say.
Your kids are saying that? What?
I mean, okay, Ducharmo, I said MMI. We're talking about kids.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
All right. Okay, we have another question here. I don't know if this is actually a question, but it's Kel asking. He specified this was for you, even though it was in your channel for questions for you. He said, for our hat, what's it like being an absolute rock star in the THL community? So,
Kel, I appreciate your praise, and it has been documented in the notebook. When we have the THL revolution, you will be spared.
There you go.
Look at Itachi coming in with these fire questions.
Ooh,
I know, spicy.
Who's
man.
the worst player in THL, and why is it Dome Day?
they have a nice little rivalry going on. I didn't know this was a thing until I feel like a couple weeks ago they played each other or something, and it was just like a joke, but also maybe real. I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, I have the lowest PR in THL in Legacy.
Is that
Or-
true? I thought you weren't the lowest.
No, that's definitely true.
In Hero, at least. I don't know. Thank you, Arhat.
I'm just providing veracity to your claims.
Arhat, like, no, it's
You would
true.
ask me about
100%
it.
true. It's true. It's true.
It's 100%
It's true.
true.
It's true.
It's
it's-
okay.
could-
I have an answer. I have an answer for you, Itachi. The worst player in THL is the one who doesn't sign up. There you go.
Aw.
Beautiful.
Beautifully redirected.
I'm
That's
making a heart
amazing.
with my hands right now.
Yeah, you can't see it. Well, you.
Yeah.
I mean,
he is.
I can see it.
you're still sitting motionless, man.
It's with my right hand. You can't see it. It's off.
The one hand.
It's
Oh,
half
it's
a
like
heart.
it's like the it's like the one that they this one, right?
Yeah.
It's like that's a heart with one hand. That's a heart.
Yeah,
Anyway,
exactly.
what is our next question? We have
Who?
who would you name your successor if you had to step away? Because that's something that you can do, I guess, as a board. This is not really a democracy. This is some sort of
It's
like
I mean,
oligarchy or
board-
something. You get to just
No.
choose your successor.
No, that's not how that works.
Well, Diamond is under the assumption that you get
Uh,
to choose. If you
yeah,
if you
no.
had the chance to choose, then how about
It's-
that?
If you quit a job, you don't get to pick who's the boss. Like that's not how that works. But if I had to step away, I would trust the current board to pick the person they thought best represented their interest. And THL has never been an oligarchy; it's been a meritocracy. Whoever does the most things lands in a board spot, and then it's just a question of endurance. So we have a really, really solid board right now. Mark Shire's been around forever. He won the championship in THL Season 2 with the Harry Generals. And Donde's first week on Dola, I believe, was the one of the more famous blow-ups we've had in THL history that I don't need to recap here. And he made it through that. So that's a good foundation to build on. Dusharma's been around for a while. Mako, you've been around for a while. Like both of you guys have been around for a minute. I don't think I would need to get that involved with something that I was leaving, and I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. So I would let the people that were running the show decide how they wanted to handle it, but I would need a pretty good reason to step away. And the last time that I stepped down from the board, I stayed on to help with systems. Jedi took back over, and I was ready when he was ready to step away.
Awesome. And I think we have one more question here from Itachi. Predictions for Legacy champs. Oh, that's for everybody here. So I guess we'll start with Rhat since he has to step away any minute now.
It's gonna be pretty hard to bet against Dad Legend. I think I have to like Yellow
Making
Dart.
mine,
needs a
I'm very
championship.
happy.
Yellow Dart needs a championship.
He does. He's been
That guy
working
doesn't
on it.
have a trophy somehow. He's like the Liam Neeson of THL. How he got no statue? I don't understand.
been around forever, but still doesn't have a
Yeah.
championship. Poor guy.
Yeah, like we
Poor
can't
guy.
say Leo anymore, so it's got to be Liam Neeson. And I have 60 seconds, so I'm gonna skip ahead. Okay, Bejas, Pod People over Roundtable, Tap Blasts, Dirty Mike over Serenite. Get your Dirty Mics in the chat, and then Dad Legend over the Stubs. Those are my
Alright.
predictions.
Write
There you
write
go.
it down. Write it down, everybody, so you can remember when we go over these matches
Yeah.
in a second. But
But also, Zeroshi's right. The Pod People are gonna win.
I don't know
Yeah.
if
Very
we.
nice.
Yeah, oh, I got you. Yeah, I got you. All right, awesome.
right.
I think that's it for questions. There's one more, but I don't know if Google
ahead,
Sheets
quickly.
ever stopped being free. How much would you be willing to pay for it? a
We
question, I
pay
guess.
for it now.
There you go.
So
That
that much.
much.
We pay for Google Suite because we need an upgraded amount of processing time for the scripts, and we need to send emails out, like all the emails you get when you fill out the forms. And that has a limit if you don't pay for it. And it's just we get the multiple email addresses and all the Google admin stuff. So yeah, THL is not free to run, but it's worth doing. So we find a way to make it happen.
And I want to say just real quickly that, I realized how complicated things were when Rhat showed me the ropes. So like, there's a lot of stuff behind that, and it's required. So.
Oh yeah, the first time you look at that THL spreadsheet, it's like, oh my God, what is going on here?
What is this?
And
And all the scripts
It
and
used to be
everything?
more complicated. The first time that I looked at a sheet from Jedi was THL Season 3, and I tried to edit something, and an error message popped up that says you cannot edit this sheet because there are more than 2 million active cells. And I was like, what the hell? 2 million. So The sheets have been refactored. They're a little bit simpler now, but they're still very complex. It's a bit of an undertaking, but we've really dialed it in. We're really lucky to have the community that we do. We're really lucky to have the board that we do, and I'm just really appreciative that everyone stuck with it. I'm hoping with our new board structure and our culture, I think moving in a really positive direction, that we can get some recruitment going. And if anybody happens to know any friends that are interested in finding a way to compete and don't want to play Legends of Runeterra, ask them about THL and see if maybe they could they want to stop in, because I think there's a lot of value here.
Awesome.
I'm
Thank
also-
you so much for coming on, man.
Of course. Thanks for
Absolutely.
having me, guys. And I'll see you later.
The screen's
Adios,
gonna mess up
amigo.
as soon as he leaves, so just bear with me with the second, guys. As soon as
Now.
yeah, right now.
No.
So you can see everybody right here. Look, there you go. You can even see what I'm working on. So
we
just
good.
stall,
Hey.
guys, stall, quick, stall.
While
we can move
he's
on
doing
to-
that, yeah, can we
Hey, turd looks fine.
go to
Yeah.
the next?
Stall.
My
Okay,
camera stayed
stall.
just fine.
Did someone know how to do a song and dance? You want to, Mako? You want to just?
2 seconds.
You don't want that to happen.
I really do. I really do
Ah,
want that to
you
happen.
really, really don't.
Turd, can you wave your hand for us, please?
All right, ready?
Right hand.
I'm
Ready?
ready.
Watch it. You see it?
Oh.
Ah.
right,
Amazing. Is this
and-
working? Have we stalled enough? Is this
Yeah,
a thing?
close enough, guys. I got it. It's
All right.
close. It's close. Here we go.
All right.
Boom.
So, we have a commercial break right now anyway. So why doesn't Mako take it?
Ah, you guys had a good stall,
I
and
don't
you
have
didn't
the
even use
sheets
it.
pulled up. I've been using the thingy.
All right. Fantastic. Well, commercial break.
Our preview stream.
All right, Turd, you're good at this.
I
you
can do
good.
this. Now,
You
we
got
just
this.
listened to Rhat. One of the things Rhat just said is running THL isn't free. And I got a question for all of you. How does THL make enough money to pay for the Google Sheets and all the other things we have to pay for? I know the answer. It's subbing to THL on Twitch. You go ahead and you just hit the sub button. Consider subscribing to our channel. It enables all of the THL team to help cover the various costs of operating. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button. If you got Twitch Prime, that would, of course, be greatly appreciated. And even if you can't contribute, feel free to follow us on Twitter at THL_HS. Or, more importantly, why don't you join the Discord at Team Hearth Legends? You can find that on the website. Back to you.
That was beautiful.
That was he always crushes those
Dude, yes.
those commercials.
He makes it look like. Oh man,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's like a car.
I don't think we
salesman or
ever get
something.
any subs out of it, but hey, you know what? We're trying.
Sometimes, man. Sometimes we do. All right. So let's start. We already have it up already for you guys. Our first match is the first match here in somehow we've jumped to the red conference. We're in the red conference first. That's fine. Just got to get my bearings straight here. So yeah, red match 1. We have Tap Blast versus Hearthstone and Chill. We have one result, but what I like to do every week is have you guys just go down from the 1 seed to the 5 seed and tell me who wins each match, and then the ending match score, and then we take that, we record that for you. So let's start with Desharmo.
Thank you. Right in the middle of fixing screens again.
All right, let's start with. I'm just going in order of the totem pole, man. Fine. We're gonna
I'm
start
kidding.
with Mako now. We're gonna start with Mako. No, we're skipping to Sharma. We're going to Mako.
Okay, ready for this?
You even
Rapid
see my
fire.
screen too.
Rapid fire.
I'm just-
Catman,
I'm messing
Catman,
with you, I'm messing with you.
Icicles, Pond, Desharmo, Volkai.
Okay, I haven't memorized what teams they're on. So Catman,
It's fun.
you gotta read it.
Catman because he brought Mage. and
Okay,
I'm
that's Hearthstone and Chill.
very-
Yep.
Very
Okay.
high on the Mage. Icicles because Shadow Ranger has been struggling, and
Okay. So that's Tap
Ponds,
Blast,
Ponds.
Pond Tap. Oh no,
Yes,
Pond is Hearthstone and
yes,
Chill.
Hearthstone Chill. Desharmo, I'm gonna make a bold prediction there.
Oh yeah.
And then Volkai.
Volkai is Tap
Yep,
Blast.
Tap Blast.
Cool. So
Exactly.
you have Tap Blast 3-1 or 3-2 somehow
3-2. Yep.
with
Catman
with the
and
victory.
Ponds.
Do you remember what Rhat guessed who would win? He said Tap Blast, right?
I think he's a tap blast,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, I'll have to rewatch the VOD for that maybe. But awesome. All right, and Turd, let's go.
I'm
Rapid
gonna
fire.
follow Catman, Shadow Ranger, No. Sorry, Catman, Icicles, Pond, DeSharmo, and then I'm gonna say Jim Philos finds his first win here.
All right.
And he gets against Volk. I'm gonna call that the Turds. What is it? Turds upset of the week.
Turds upset of the week.
It's gonna be
We
Jim
need
Philos.
we need like a buzzer or something, a button that I can press for turds upset of the week.
Like
Turds upset of the week. Week.
There it is. That's the one. I think he's gonna get his first win here. He's a really great player, a really great guy, and it's unfortunate he hasn't found success yet, and this is gonna be his week.
Very nice. I like it. I love the turd going early with the turd upset of the week. We got plenty more matches to talk about. We're
Doesn't
going.
matter. We know
Doesn't
what
matter.
it is.
I'm ready
We got
right
it.
now.
We figured it out. Okay, we're ready. So DeSharmo is now ready. So give me your predictions.
You already know what it is.
Tap last.
Yes.
Does that about cover it?
Base wins in the 1, Icicles wins in the 2, Triss wins in the 3, Hawkeye wins in the 5.
All right. So we got. Oh, Turd, you had Hearthstone Chill winning, right?
I did. Yeah, I did with the Jim Philos.
Yeah, based on okay, cool. And then we got the 5-0 tap last. All right.
I got to shout out my boys, guys. I'm confident in all my teammates. So it's not me being cocky. It's just me loving my teammates.
I feel that. I'm gonna say, Catman, Icicles, Volkai, and then, that one's tricky. I'm gonna go Pond, but I think that could go either way. I think the top 3 could go either way, all of them, in my opinion. So I think it's gonna come down to those, but those are where I'm leaning.
You're forgetting one thing.
What's that?
Catman brought Mage.
The deciding factor.
When he just absolutely destroys base with Highlander Mage.
You think it's Highlander and not Flamewaker?
Oh hell no, it's not Flame. No, it's gonna be. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be Highlander all the way. It's the best of the Mage decks right now.
I tend to agree with you, but I've also seen the Flamewaker do some dirty stuff sometimes, depending on what you're facing. But cool. All right, and that is our predictions there for Red Match 1, and we will jump to. I don't know. You're gonna have to put it on. Is it the next Red match?
Do you want to do the red or you want to move the gold?
Well, we already started Red. Let's just finish off the Red conference here.
Let's finish it out.
So the second match we have for the Red Conference for this week that we're highlighting is Dirty Mike and the Boys versus Serenite Pain Gang. So we did just see Dirty Mike and the Boys lose that cross conference to the Pod people. And Serenite Pain Gang, as we've been saying, has been struggling a little bit this season. But
there's actually another update to this, by the way, because I'm in the Pain Gang Discord. Yeah, Black Magic won the 4 seed. So he won 3-1. So
Whoa.
Okay, so let me update the sheet there. Sorry we couldn't predict that. I think I maybe would have leaned the other way. So
I would have too. He was an emergency sub. I saw Darkside posting earlier today. So congratulations, man. Nice work.
So that's going to be really nice for them. Starting off,
it's actually crazy because he was their 5 seed all last season, and he sub for them this week at the 4 and got the 3-1.
And Brushy
Tuna not having the season that he wants this, at least in Legacy this year.
Yeah, man, he's killing it in Pro, Brushy. So Brushy's really good. He's my 1 seed in Pro and only lost once. So
yeah, no, absolutely. I think he's a very, very capable player. So
it'd be funny if it was the same week he won here, he lost in Pro. The exact opposite.
You better take that back.
I mean, maybe there's a correlation. He focuses on one over the other. Probably not. I think he's probably invested in all of his series and just maybe having a rough go this season. So
I see him online all the time.
All right. With that in mind, what do you guys think for the 2, 3, and 5? Let's start with Mako again here.
Well, I think it's an obvious 2. I mean, Donde has 2 things going against him right now, right?
No Mage.
The first
2
one,
things.
His opponent brought Mage.
Okay.
Right. The second thing is he's Donde, so he's gonna lose that one.
All right. Can't argue with that. So
It's
you're
really,
saying
it's really
Sir?
a hard one to argue with.
Okay. Yeah. Flawless logic. So you're saying
Yes, and
Surlos
also
takes the two.
third thing. Look at Sirlos's PR.
420.
Blaze it.
Wow.
He's ready to
the
blaze
tri
through
the
the competition.
trifecta is gonna blaze through Donde. Um, Jesus Christ. Uh, I I want to see Freeloader get the win in the 3 just because I I think he's had a rough go at it recently, and I think he deserves it. But realistically, I personally find not bringing Hunter the same as not bringing Shaman. They're both just dumb
They both didn't bring
choices.
those.
But yeah, but one brought Shaman, one brought Hunter, and how I think it usually goes in Hearthstone at the moment is the one with the Shaman's gonna win. So I'm gonna I want it and to happen. It's gonna happen. Freeler will win with the Shaman. I mean, come on, why do you not bring Shaman?
I don't know.
Especially this is week 2. Like we all know that Shaman is good.
Yeah, this is week 2 of the Legacy series.
Yeah.
No way that I wouldn't bring Druid if I was 420 PR. Burn through Donde with the trees, but he didn't bring it.
Yeah, you gotta have the trees. Sharma like that one.
So many memes.
Oh man.
Especially from what happened earlier. So.
And then,
Oh my
I
God.
think lefty. I think a lefty will take the
That's
5.
messed up.
So mean, I think the week will end up going to Pain Gang, but I think these last 3 matches are gonna be kind of tough for them.
Yeah, no, I
In a couple
I
of the
don't
spots.
disagree. You're
at
saying
least.
you're saying that it goes 3-2 for Saturday Night Pain Gang, right? That's I mean
Yeah.
when they're up to nothing, that's big. That's tough to come back from.
It's a good start.
It's a good start. How about you, Turd? What are you thinking here?
I think I got to go the exact same, which for different reasons. Not really. Just yeah, Surlos. Man, maybe I changed my mind. You know what? Surlos, Icy Vinny, lefty. So I'm gonna go Dirty Mike. Comes back with a sweep, a reverse
The
sweep.
reverse sweep.
Yeah, I had to
reverse
change my mind as we were talking.
All right. Sharmo, any thoughts?
Yeah, I got to give it to Donde. I think he's going to pull out the win here. And I think Icy
Against the
Finny.
420.
Yeah.
He didn't bring Druid.
I think Icy Finny. I think Icy Finny moves up from the 4 seed, I believe, right? If I'm not mistaken, at some point. So,
Yeah, I think probably last week.
So I'm gonna go with Freeloader. I think Freeloader takes the win there, and then Lefty in the 5 seed is pretty nutty because he has 1 and 2 seed caliber type of plays. So he's just had the rough couple seasons. So I'm gonna go with Lefty, but I think that gives
That's
Serenite the win.
4-1. Yeah. All right. I am gonna agree with the Sharmo that I think Donde takes it there. I think the 3 seed could go either way, but I am gonna lean towards. I'm gonna say Icy Finny just based on the season currently. Although I think Freeloader can do it. Just sort of the same things that I was talking about earlier. That he hasn't been fully focused, which there's no problem with that. I'm just saying that it may affect his play a little bit. So I'm going to give that to Icy Finny, and then the 5 to Lefty. So I think that's 3-2 for Saturday Night Pain Gang. But honestly, I would not be surprised if what Turd said happens and they reverse sweep. I think that's definitely possible. Very hard to do from starting 2-0, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. I think all 3 of the rest of the matches are competitive, and I could see them definitely swinging in favor of Dirty Mike and the boys for the comeback. And the season so far would probably attest to that. Saturday Night Pain has not been having the greatest season, so either they can turn it around here or lose out potentially their hopes of finding that fourth spot for the playoffs here. I think this is a really big match for them. Yep, I think that's all of our predictions. Does anyone remember? I think
He said Dirty Mike. Remember,
Dirty Mike,
always
boys.
Dirty Mike.
Always Dirty
Yep.
Mike, the boys. Okay, perfect. All right, and that concludes the red conference. So let's jump now to the gold here. We have 2 matches to predict here. Our first match is Wet Boys versus Abejas.
Oh, we have another update on that one too, actually.
Really?
Ooh,
Yeah. Here in about an hour and a half, I'll
that's
be
not an
Booze, and we're
update.
Oh.
3
That's
3
not
to
an
0.
update. It's not an update till it happens.
I was
Puck.
like, I've been checking the website because you got me on the other update. I was like, I gotta
Oh my
check to
God.
see.
All right, so I'm let's start with Mako. Why don't you just tell me which ones you lose? Because I feel like you're just
If
gonna,
any. If
if
any.
if
So-
any.
Sorry.
Okay, so it's really hard to even say now because if you would have asked me this 2 days ago, just because of how his season's been going, I would have probably said Booze. And I feel bad saying it, but he's not been having the best of times.
He admits it. He'll tell you.
He does. But as of now,
No one. You can't. Now that Booze has
no,
won.
no, I'm gonna be realistic. As of now, I think Snake has the hardest matchup out of all of us. He just beat Avi in pro last week though.
So you think Avi's out for revenge, or he's gonna
Well,
get the
okay.
two?
I don't know if you saw on like the THL and chill chat,
Yeah,
but
Avi
he
decided to
only
BM.
beat him because Avi BM'd. So he won, yes. Did he actually win? No.
Yes, he won.
I mean, like on the website, yes, he won, but I don't think Avi's gonna do any stupid meme crap here.
Yeah, he's gonna take it
Especially because
serious now.
his team's 5-0 and they already have a disadvantage going into these rest of the matches because they're down 4-1.
Wait, so what was the thing he did, the BM?
Oh, he had lethal on board, but he left lethal up to a rag percentage,
Oh,
and the rag shot didn't go face.
oh my
and
goodness.
And then he didn't like realize it, but Snake had like Unleash the Hounds into Zephyrus in his hand, so he just won from
Oh,
hands.
with like, unleash the hounds into like Zephyr's bloodlust or something.
Yeah, so he
On
just
10. Oh man,
it was no, it couldn't have been Bloodlust. It was
why not?
Yeah, it could've.
Saboteur?
because
At
3,
10
2,
mana.
3, 2, 5.
oh yeah, never mind, that's right. I was thinking that mana was too much.
I'm pretty
But
sure.
yeah,
I mean,
no, that's
yeah, that's right.
he won from hand basically.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
but yeah. I mean,
I mean,
I don't
that's
know.
just goes to show you. Don't
Don't
BM.
BM. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't think Avi to be the type to BM. That's
He's
an
got an
upstanding
88
gentleman.
profile pick.
Yeah. You definitely wouldn't think that the youngest player in THL would BM ever.
He's a serious individual. He's very
Serious gamer.
Serious gamer.
Respect your elders, man. Young man.
Like, yeah.
Young man. All right, so that's the one that you guys lose, and the rest are.
I think that's the hardest one. I mean, I think Snake can win it because he's been preparing pretty hard for the matchup.
Wait, did Blue DQ?
No,
Blue's a sub.
He's a sub.
Jarvis is-
Oh, I'm looking at the one in the show notes. I'm sorry.
yeah, no.
But he
He's
posted
just
already.
subbing in.
So if you look
Yeah,
at the
yeah. I'm
website.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just because he has till Thursday to submit. If he's a sub, that's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got
No, I think the Avi one's gonna be difficult, and I think that maybe the Matty Ebbs one, Matty Ebbs Ghost matchup, that one looks like it can be kind of tough. I think Ghost has kind of an advantage there, bringing the Rogue. Because really, not like I'm talking strats here, but I don't know.
All right, so give me your predictions then. You've rambled about it's going to be
3-2.
hard, but
3-2 us.
3-2.
against
You
the
think those are the
Tachi
ones that
Grain.
you lose? You think that the 1 and the 4 then you guys maybe lose?
I think that's we'll lose the 1 and the 4.
All right.
Lewis and Burrow's an easy matchup. The dude doesn't even play Hearthstone anymore. He literally if you I don't
I
know if we
wouldn't be
talked about this on
surprised.
stream. Did we talk about this on stream?
Yeah,
Or
we
was
did.
this before? Okay, yes. The dude asked why the freaking rabbits were in Shaman today.
You think he was like messing with you though? He might have been messing with you.
He's just
No,
messing
it was
with
in our hero thing. It was in
He
somebody's
knows you're in
channel about
there,
the
man.
decks.
He
No,
knows you're in
Blue,
there.
come
It's
on.
mind games.
He's our
He doesn't
captain.
think that far ahead.
That's hilarious. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw all Highlander decks or something like that. So that'd be interesting.
He
But
literally
anyway.
every time he talks about play, he's like, "I wonder what 4 Highlanders I'm bringing."
Yeah.
Didn't you do that when he subbed for Lotus? I think he did.
Probably.
Yeah.
I believe it.
All right, I'll make some predictions here.
Yes, let's hear your predictions.
All right, I'm gonna give it to Mako.
All right.
I like Matty Ebbs. I like Quirky Turtle. Gosh. I like Aviously. That's a tough matchup for Snake. So I'm gonna give it to Wet Boys 3-2. Sorry, Mako.
So here's the thing. Here's the reason why I think we'll win this week.
All right.
Because
Booze won, right?
no. Because
No.
they brought Warrior. That's why. And this is coming from someone who absolutely adores Warrior as a class. I think right now Warrior is in such a bad spot to play and bring that it's really not worth bringing at all because there's so many better classes that you could be bringing each week.
All right. Fair enough. DeSharmo?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Mako and the Warrior. I think it's okay to bring in Hero, but I think in Legacy, it's definitely a deck that can kind of be targeted, actually. I don't really like it, but we'll see. Aviously brought it, so maybe he convinced his teammates to bring it. But with that being said, I think Aviously does get the win in the 1, and I have to agree, Mako with the 2. I'm gonna give it to Ghost in the 4 though, and I actually think Quirky Turtle's favored in this match, so I'm gonna give Quirky the 5.
You're on the quirky hype train. I like it.
So 3-2
Awesome.
Abejas, I think I have it.
You have 3-2 Abejas. All right. My predictions. I think Avi takes the 1. And then I think, man, I really want to bet against you, dude. I really do, Mako. I really do. I feel like
trying to light a fire under me or something.
You're I mean you're also you're prefacing with like Blue hasn't played Hearthstone, so I'm really scared to vouch for him or give him the vote here. But I don't know. I think you're a little too comfortable. Everyone's voted for you. You know. I kind of want to make it a little bit harder. So I'm gonna give it to Blue, but
That's great. Don't cast or curse me.
you're welcome, man. Happy to do it. I think Ghost takes the 4, and then I'm gonna go with Quirky this time. I'm gonna go Quirky takes the 5.
Ah, you learned your lesson.
I will never doubt her again. So I have Wet Boys winning 3-2 here. So yeah. But I think if you win, you got it. How's that sound, dude?
No pressure.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the 2 and 4 seed, really.
Yeah, I agree, and I think those are going to be. I mean, the 1 seed I think could still go to Snake's way. I mean, he won. We did talk about how he won, but I still think, I mean, you bring it to the final game. That means like sort of like what Rhat was saying before, that if you bring it to game 5 or game 3 in that series, it often comes down to a coin flipper, especially in Shielded Conquest. It sometimes comes down to just brings and queue order. So I think he definitely has the potential to win that one too. So I do think it's favored for Avi, but I think Snake could upset there as well. So especially with Booze winning, I think you guys definitely have a good shot of taking it. I'd like to see the Wet Boys be taken out here, but I'm still gonna say that they take you guys this week.
I think
Do we remember what Rhat said, by the way? I think
He
he said
said
Wet
us.
Boys.
No,
Did
he
he?
said us. Yep.
Okay.
and I think Dad Legend might be playing a bit Wet Boys here in the last week, right?
This week you're saying we're gonna lose? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying that you stay at Wet Boys is a 1 seed, right?
Oh yeah,
in their conference. So cross conference, you guys are the 1 seed, so you'd play the Wet Boys.
that's true. Yeah, we would play them.
Unless
So
the
maybe
Wet Boys get absolutely dumpstered on this week.
True.
I think it would
They're
take a
still pretty
couple.
far ahead, though, aren't
They're
they?
14 points ahead.
Yeah. I think if they
I
got
think it would-
0 points, they probably might still be in
yeah,
first place.
it's definitely more likely for us maybe to lose a week or get fewer points than Tap. I think Taplast is behind us by like only a few points, right? So I
Yeah.
think it's way more likely for us to somehow switch based on like 1 week happening a certain way.
Yeah. I really think this gold conference is so similar to how red conference was last season,
hmm
because someone brought it up in the main THL server a few days ago. If you look at the second place through like fifth or sixth place teams right now in gold,
Yeah.
they're separated by like 10
By
points.
10 points. Yep.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. I mean, you have like a clear outlier there at the bottom, and then the top is slightly ahead, but it's not even like the difference between the bottom team. I mean, maybe that's partly due to the fact that you sort of have a team that you can kind of just like when you play them, you get some points. So as sad as it is to say, I think they're definitely all really good players, but first season of THL, it's hard. And I think they had like a week where there was some maybe miscommunication or something and had a couple of DQs. So definitely, have to pick it up back up. I don't know if they have a chance at playoffs, but I'd love to see them try again next season. But yeah. And Itachi, just for solidarity here, also has Wet Boys 3-2, and he's betting on Quirky Turtle. So I have a brother there that's agreeing with me.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Do we have roundtable and pod people next?
We have the final match in the
Gold.
Gold Conference here. We have Roundtable and Pod People. Is there any updates here? I don't think so.
No, I just checked with us.
All right, so let's start. This is I think our only match that didn't have anything ahead of time. So full predictions here from Mako. Let's go.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm never going second again now.
Yeah.
I don't
right?
know what you're doing, man. I like to give you time
right,
now. You
all right,
gave me
this is-
sass like 3 times on the show for going to you.
All right. They made this slightly easy for me in some spots. Our hat in the 1s, Roshio in the 2, because Lotus and Itachi brought Warrior. Um,
Okay.
I have no clue who the heck Sanguine is.
hmm
And they brought the exact same classes, so that doesn't help me in the slightest, and their PR is off by 3. So we're gonna go with Sanguine because I prefer the color red over the color blue.
All right.
Good call.
Thank you.
Let me just write that down. Gold match 2. Mako prefers red.
Yes. Yep. It's my favorite color.
So he picked
I-
Sanguine.
I want to go with Shiny Pants in the 4,
All right.
just because I like the Paladin bring a little more than I like the Priest bring. Well, no.
Well, no.
Well, yes, no, yeah, no, no. I like
Mhm.
Shiny Pants. And then in the 5, I'm going with Copper Talon. Just because
Cool.
you never bet against Copper Talon.
So you have 3-2 for pod people. I believe.
Yes.
Cool. And Turd?
I gotta go with my buddy Lotus Knight. he's gonna do it. Although he took a warrior, I know he's still big on warrior for some reason.
I think it's still
I
got
mean, it's not
potential.
a
There's still
bad
decks there.
class. It's definitely not a bad class. It's just I feel like there's just better ones you could be bringing.
Right.
It's yeah.
It
I
seemed like
mean,
the patch or whatever brought everyone else up to where warrior was a little bit.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
it's the meta right now is so value centric, and with the addition of Nazoth,
I
there's
think,
so
yeah, it's
many, like,
Nazoth.
long decks that you can bring that it's just hard to play warrior right now.
Right.
Unless you're going aggro, but then even with the aggro, there's still decks that'll just straight up beat the aggro. It's the same decks, it's Nazoth decks.
Right. So I'm going Lotus Knight. I'm gonna go Itachi because he's in chat. That's my only reasoning there.
All right.
But Zoroshio or Zorashio,
Zoroshio.
he
Also in
is
chat.
also in
He
chat.
was,
He was.
So they negate each other.
So
Mm.
they
Oh
negate.
man.
Itachi has written most. Oh, he's
Oh,
yep,
he's here.
Zoroastri's
He is still here.
Yeah, he was upset. He was upset right
He
there.
heard it. He heard it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll come back to that. It's going to be Shiny Pants in the 4, Copper Talon in the 5. I don't know anything about the 3 seed, one way or the other. Is Wicked Good a sub too?
No, he is
Played
third.
for weeks.
I mean, he's played several weeks.
I'm gonna go Sanguine. And then boy, who's in that 2 spot? Who'd you say, Mako?
I said Zoroshio.
It fuels my fire. I don't know if I want to fuel your fire. Maybe I don't want. I'll say Itachi. I think it's gonna be Itachi. My
Give him
only
fuel, give him
justification.
fire.
Yeah, I don't really have a good justification. I'm just picking Itachi. Coin flip. That's it. That's all I got.
That's it. That's all you got. All right. So that was, I think you said just Shiny Pants is the only one on the side of pod people that takes one.
That's correct.
All right.
It's
I
gonna be-
am. Yeah, that's good. All right. Desharma.
Yeah. I think I like Rhat's classes better into Lotus's Knight, so I'm gonna go Rhat. I think the match does for me come down to the 2 seed between Itachi and Zoroshio. Itachi, I mean, I love Zoroshio a lot. I really do. I just feel like Itachi's the past couple seasons has had just insane seasons, and he just does not lose. I'm gonna go with Itachi, but begrudgingly because I really want to go for Zoroshio. And then I'm gonna give it to Wicked Good in the 3 seed, and I think Shiny Pants beats Super Murloc, and I think Copper Talon takes the 5th. So I think 3-2 pod people.
All right. I am gonna disagree on a lot of those. I'm gonna start first. I will say Rhat I think takes the 1. So I think that is in agreement with most of you guys. I think Itachi takes the 2, but I agree that's going to be the decider.
So you literally said I disagree with a lot of those, and then you
Okay,
start
the
off by
next 3. It's
agreeing
the next 3.
agreeing
Okay.
with the first 2.
You know what?
What?
You know what? Fine.
Logic.
I agree with some of your ideas, but not all of them. We'll get to
I
it.
was like, wait a minute, like you just agreed with my first 2.
I will say a hot tip for Zoroshio: if you show up like 17 minutes late to your match, Itachi will still play you, and then he apparently, when he does that, he loses. So just a little hot tip. Thank you again so much, Itachi, for playing me a little bit late this morning. I lost track of time, and I was like 17 minutes late, and he was super nice and still willing to play. So I'm mostly kidding, but he did tell me that whenever he does that, he tends to lose. So don't show up late for your match, Zoroshio, but if you do, you'll win. But don't do it.
But don't do it.
So you're saying Itachi's gonna win if Zoroshio shows up on time, and if Zoroshio doesn't show up on time, then Zoroshio's gonna win.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's my prediction. But I will say that I think Itachi wins. But it could go either way. But I'm going Itachi. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go with Sanguine in the 3, Super Murloc in the 4, and Copper Talon in the 5. So I got the only win for pod being Rhat, but I think a lot of these matches are going to be super close. So, you know,
So you literally agreed with 3 of mine and disagreed with 2. So.
Yeah. Okay, man. You know what? Was I supposed to do everything opposite? I just meant there was a good amount that I didn't agree with. I'm the only one who said that Super Murloc wins. That's what I was really focusing on. Okay.
Is 2 out of 5 a good amount?
It's a
I
good
know.
amount. It's not a
less than half.
majority. It's a good amount.
We pretty much agreed on everything, except 2.
I mean, same with me.
Not a good amount.
Okay, it's a good amount.
But
It's a good
you
amount.
really
I
painted
was
it like
trying to-
I'm gonna. You said I disagree with a lot of these, so I'm thinking, okay, 5 or 4.
A lot, a couple. A lot. A couple.
Oh my god.
A lot. A couple. A lot. A couple. All right. Our final match here, we can jump to now, is the cross conference match. I'm hoping
And a
that
cam
this
break
is
too.
what?
And a cam
Oh,
break.
right. A cam break, right? Because we didn't do these yet. But yeah, this is my team, Dad Legend versus DeStubbs. Really good team. I think 2 seasons ago, they beat us in the playoffs, and then won the whole thing. Or was that that was 2 seasons ago, right? Or last season? When was this? I don't know.
man.
But they're I think it was 2 seasons ago. But still a really good team, and I think they've upgraded a little bit here with comp we were just talking about earlier. So I think a powerful team, and hopefully we can get the win for the Red Conference. We're currently 1-4. The our team score right now, and also the Red versus Gold Conference score for the matches are 1-4. So hopefully we can bring that to 2-4. I think we have to win. Even if we win the next 2 weeks, I guess it ends at 3-4. So we'll see. Maybe we'll also tally the other cross conference ones when we do the head to head, and maybe that'll, that last week will really change the things. But for now, yeah. What do you guys think here?
I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, let's have Desharmo go first if he's ready. Are you ready? Good to go?
No.
Are you ready, bud?
Yeah, I don't know. The first match, Lawful Dog and Shim Jim, that's a hard one to pick. I think I like Shim Jim's classes over Lawful, so just based off of that, I'm gonna go with Shim Jim. I think Comp is just having an insane season. I'm gonna pick him, and I think I like Priest over Rogue. And then Myadodon, I think you take. I like your classes over Osmonaut, so I think you get the win. And so I think honestly, this, I mean, I guess the last seed is really going to be Mr. Shads. I think. So I think it really comes down to that 1 seed for me. I mean, if Lawful Dog can pick up the win, Dad Legend wins. If Shim Jim picks up the win, I think DeStubbs wins. But currently, I'm picking DeStubbs 3-2 over Dad Legend.
Yeah, it's fair enough, man. All right, let's jump to Turd. Let's just switch up the order.
So, for me, I have a big question in the 5 seed, and the big question is how much World of Warcraft is Shads playing? Because that's going to determine if he wins or not.
We
And I
ask
haven't
this
answered-
every week, and it's a lot every
Yeah,
week.
it is a lot.
I'm playing a lot too, to be honest with you.
Every week, it's a lot.
You should look at my Discord.
He actually missed my match last week, and then we had to reschedule because
You
I think
want
he
to talk
probably.
about someone being patient for a match?
I waited for an hour.
Yeah, you were
Jesus.
a gem, dude. I saw that in the Discord, and you were just so sweet. What a sweet man.
Yeah, like I said, I logged into WoW. I started shouting his name in game, just hoping that maybe it would summon him, but didn't work. It's okay. We played. He beat me. It's fine. No, you know what, Mr. Shads, he has this ability just to pull it out of his booty. So I'm gonna give it to him. It's gonna be close. Shunsui is really good. It's gonna be close. I'm gonna give it to obviously the Chronic. Myanodon, Comp, and then Lawful Dog. So it's gonna be Dad Legend 3-2.
So you pick the Lawful over Shim Jim. So yeah, I can.
Yeah.
It comes down to that match, to be honest.
Yeah. I really like Lawful Dog. Dang, man, he's a sub too. Who's your normal 1 seed?
Honest Zabe, he crushes
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
He's
If it was
really
Honest
good.
Zabe, if Honest Zabe was playing, I would have picked Dad Legend.
I do like Lawful Dog though.
He is good. I just don't like his classes, but maybe he's better than me, so maybe he's got something up his sleeve.
He's a warrior truther too. So
he's a truther.
we'll see. I like Lawful
Couple-
Dog, so I
there's a
picked him
couple.
over Shim Jim. That's all she wrote.
Word. And Mako, what are you feeling, buddy?
I agree with whoever said that before about Shimshim's classes. I like them more than Lawfuls. So I'll swing that one that way. It's hard to bet against comp right now, so I'm gonna go for comp. And then I think Dad Legend wins it in the 3, 4, and 5.
Oh, you agreed with me.
We did lose the 4 already, so
Oh shit.
Oh, rip.
All
Never
right.
mind.
Well, timeout. Okay, let me just change this up to make it so Dad Legend wins the week.
okay.
Lawful's gonna win the 1, Comp the 2, you the 3, Chronic the 4, and Shad's the 5. There we go. Now Dad Legend wins.
All right. Thanks, man. I appreciate you
You're welcome.
giving Dad Legend the win there.
Anything to make the subs lose.
Well, I'm gonna say we clean sweep it from here. We have the 1 loss. We're gonna win the rest. So Dad Legend
Ooh,
wins. I think
damn.
Yeldart's gonna take down Comp. I think the 1 and the 2 are the ones that are gonna be the hardest for us. And if we lose both of those, I think it'll go to the stubs. Obviously, I mean, I can always lose. I think there's that potential, but I do think I'm a little bit favored there. And then Shads versus Sunsui also. I think a lot of these are matched up really well for us. Like as far as like they're all going to be competitive matches.
Yeah.
I think like Shads versus Shunsui is probably 2 of the better 5 seeds in the conference or in both conferences. And then same with I mean, Lawful is, I don't know how much experience he has in Conquest besides the qualifiers and stuff like that. So we'll see. I think he's a really good player, but again, like I said, Conquest not his normal format, at least best of 5 Conquest. So um, hopefully we can get him there. And then Yellow Dart always surprises. I think he's just a really good player. I think he's constantly underrated as far as like people that I think people should look out for. I mean, he's a great captain and also really good player. I think that one's gonna be close, but I want to give him the win there, and giving Comp his first slots. It's about time. And Dart wants that MVP captain award. So, yeah, those are my predictions.
Very nice.
Awesome. I think that is it for us, right? We just have
That's it.
our guest is already gone. We did the questions earlier, so if there's any other questions from chat, maybe for us, we can do those now. If anyone has anything.
Wait, I have a question. Mako, how did you get your name? I don't know if I ever heard that story.
It's
Look at anime or something.
Mako is a character off the anime Kill la Kill.
Ah.
And then
it's unrelated to sharks.
It's not Mako Sharks.
It's not Mako.
Mako. Yeah.
Sorry. Oh
And
man, that's embarrassing.
The 2-star part is from an episode where she gets like a new uniform and becomes like this like Fight Club leader. It's like a 2-star uniform. So and Fight Club Mako is too long to fit, so it had to become 2-star Mako.
Very nice. That's good origin story.
Good origin story indeed.
Orange
story.
I got a question for Turd Herder.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Where did you get that suit from, dude?
Honestly, that's a Men's Warehouse tux.
Huh?
Yeah, so go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I have a follow-up question, but you go ahead with that one, then we'll.
I was just gonna say they did a really good job. It was a little bit expensive, but I got like cash back for a shopping spree. It was fine. You had to do it. One day out of the whole entire life, you got to get to wear fancy clothes. So
Yeah, man. Honestly, I feel like Men's Warehouse has some solid suits as long as you get them
Yeah.
tailored a little bit, and
They're perfect. Yeah.
they're nice. Yeah.
And this was a custom or whatever, so they do all that stuff, right? So it was good. So
Follow-up question: how have you been sitting still this entire time?
It's really amazing.
That's impressive.
guys, I've
Dude.
just been training my entire life
Dude, you need to be one of them street performers that like stand still for like forever.
Clenching the whole time.
for hours.
I know.
I mean, you guys probably heard me actually standing around
Yeah,
and
and
walking around.
And Zerocio, I mean, this kind of goes back to our last thing we talked about. You said Lawful Dog. Isn't Lawful Dog in contention for GM promotion? And I think he is. I remember seeing.
Yeah, he's on the short list.
list,
He had a really
yeah.
good, performance at Vegas. He's not
Last year.
he hasn't played in the other two, but just based on location, I think mostly. So I think if he qualifies for Arlington, does well, he's just move up on that list a little bit more. So definitely, it's a really really good player. Happy to have him sub up for us in the one. He's also on my pro team, so can't complain.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and just a couple of announcements. We have one match scheduled for tomorrow. I forget. I think it's Big Ted. I don't know which conference or which series that is in either, but we have one match at 9 p.m. Eastern time. If you are playing at 8 or around 8, please let us know. We're still looking for a match around then. If not, we're just gonna have one match tomorrow. But
I'll reach out to my opponent and see if he wants to do it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We would
You
love
got to
have
wear
you.
that suit on stream, man.
It's well,
Well-
it's the deciding game for our series. So
Ooh,
Yeah,
so
so-
big hype. What series is this for?
it's Hero Series. It's Kel's Good Boys versus. Oh, I don't even know who it is.
Wow, you guys
Oh.
played early. You guys, it's deciding match.
Yeah.
They wanted me to
Yeah.
play tonight too, and I was like, ah.
We had 3 more
Yes.
matches tonight, so we were like, let's make it 4.
Oh yeah, I never asked. Mako, did you win your match that you were playing?
Yeah, no,
while
I
on
won.
stream?
I won 3-2. I actually wouldn't have won, but the very, very last play of the entire series, he made a small little misplay, and that let me win the entire game.
What team are
No
we
way.
even playing?
I don't
Team
know,
no
man. I
pros
don't
here.
know.
You're
Yeah.
against
I
no
don't
pros
know.
here.
Oh, go no
Come
pros
on,
here.
guys.
Yeah.
We have
Sorry.
no clue.
That's a really important match for both of you guys, and it's very even. I
Yeah.
think for you guys to get in the top 4 there. So that's pretty cool. Booze,
I'm excited. I've been prepping a lot this week.
struggling, as you said. That's unfortunate. Anyway,
He's been naming. What did he call himself in our Discord? It's
Lusasaurus is normally
Yeah.
Lusasaurus.
Lusasaurus. He's been pretty down about his record, so he's gonna turn around here and he's gonna win out for sure.
Oh
I
yeah,
know it.
he's a great player. I have no doubt. He's already, I think, started winning in pro. It sounds like he started winning in legacy. So it's just hero left that he's got to turn it around in.
That's all we
Playing
need.
in 3 series is tough, man. That's kudos to you, Booze. Like that's a lot.
Yeah,
And you, Mako, you're in 3, aren't you?
I'm in 4 now. I got my challenger match tomorrow.
Oh, Desharm, are you also in 3?
No, I decided not. I'm the captain of the
You're the
pro series,
captain
but
for
I
the pro. Yeah, that's
but I
right.
don't
Booze is in
play.
4 too. He signed up for challenger.
Yeah, I said that's too much for me to do challenger. But
Yeah.
Well,
two-
my thought process was okay. Yeah, it's a lot, but these other seasons are kind of starting to wrap up a little bit. So
Yeah,
That's
Legacy's
true.
gonna be done in a couple weeks here, possibly. Right?
That's fair.
Ish.
I just remember when we went into the season and I had a couple matches left for the World Cup, and it was like I was also in hero at the time, so I had 4 matches, and it was just like I can't do this. So
It's a
that
lot
was
to
sort of
juggle
my
in your
risk.
brain.
Yeah, it's just a lot, and I feel like I need to do some real life stuff and not have to. I need to like take less time for Hearthstone, so 2 series is like the perfect number for me at the moment. But anyway, I think that's it from everybody from all of us here. I don't know if you guys have.
No questions for me.
All right. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, Itachi and Zerocio. I think our 2 viewers tonight. I think Icon was here for a little bit, might have dipped out.
He might be lurking.
But thanks everybody for watching, and hope you guys come check us out next time. Goodbye.
Bye,
Adios,
everybody.
amigos.
Bye.